Hey mama, between kids, work, and the endless to-dos, when was the last time you and your husband really connected? Imagine only one habit, less than a minute a day, that could keep you close, make him smile, and strengthen your marriage. That is what we're diving into today. Welcome back to Married Moms Take Control. I'm your host, Navart Wilborn, and we're going to talk about how to strengthen your marriage and how to connect with your husband more. All right, ladies, let's dive right in. So we're really going to focus on a quick habit to help you connect with your husband. And if you've heard anything that I've talked about before, then you know that I am all about quick connections, right? I wish that we all had time for more drawn out romance and things to really spend time doing with our husbands. But the reality is sometimes we have that, like if we're on a trip or if there's something kind of special going on. But for the most part, life is so busy. Life is filled with things that we are just tied up with every day, all day, that our goal is to really find quick ways to connect with our husbands. And these little connections are so important because really life is full of creating small habits that lead to things that kind of build up to be better, right? Whether we're talking about managing our routine or, working with the kids on teaching them how to be more responsible for themselves or whatever, it's always a little thing, a little habit, and we build on it and we build on it. And our marriage is the exact same thing. So I'm going to teach you how to transform your marriage by building on the small habit that I'm going to teach you. And it's something that you can do even on the craziest days when you don't have time, when you're not even in the mood to connect, you're not in the mood to do anything. But when you do this, it really, really helps you build a foundation for connection. So let's talk about what it is. My big thing is how to find a way to communicate, to show your husband that you are thinking of him, that you are considerate of him. And that is what I want you to do. So this is going to sound like something that you've heard before, but I need you to go with me and let me explain to you why I think this is so important. We're going to talk about, actually, I'm going to teach you two things. One thing is the quick text. Okay. Every day, whether you are with your husband on the weekend or away from your husband during the week, I am going to challenge you to do one text a day, to send one text a day to your husband. I am even making you a list of ideas of templates. You can copy and paste them right into your phone, but what you can send your husband every day to help put a smile on his face, to help him know you're thinking about him, to show him appreciation for who he is, what he's done, to just tell him that you're thinking about him on the hard day. And the reason that I want you to do this is by sending him this text, you are investing in your husband's happiness. You are helping him be kind of have that quick moment of, wow, this person that I love is thinking about me, and just kind of quote interrupted my day, but in a good way, to show me that she's thinking about me. And what that does is it makes him feel better about his day. And what that then does, that is also really good for you, is it helps him want to now pour something positive back into you. Because all too often, we are running around. We're so busy. We're so exhausted. We're mentally drained that we don't stop long enough to think about what's happening in the other person's day. And we want the other person to stop and think about us, right? We want our husbands to think about what we're doing when we have the kids or when we're at work or when we're busy taking care of household responsibilities. It would really mean a lot to us if our husbands sent us a text during the day to say, hey, I hope things are going okay with the kids, or hey, I hope your day at work is going well, or I know you had that really tough meeting today. I'm just thinking about you, right? So because we want that, we want our husbands to fill us with that positivity and to be considerate of us when they're away from us, then our responsibility as the leaders in our home is to lead by example, is to do that, is to send the text, is to send the thought of, hey, I'm just thinking about you. And it is so important because it is a connection. And like I said, I think often we think of improving our marriage or building a marriage that's already maybe good. You just want it to be better. We think of these things as requiring these grand gestures. Like, we need to go to counseling for months to be able to work on communication, or we need to do this intensive conference or whatever. And that's great. Please do that. However, most of the things that need to be really nurtured in your marriage don't require all of that. And I'm telling you this as a therapist who works with couples, right? There are certain things that do require therapy, and there are certain things that just require a little bit of effort, but consistent effort. This is one of those super simple things. It's not going to take a lot of time, but if you do it every day, then what you're doing is you are adding a drop every day in your husband's bucket that makes him feel better about himself and that makes him feel positive towards you. And there is nothing to lose there. I mean, if you can think of why not to do this, I would love to hear that, because there is no reason, because this isn't a, hey, pour into your husband and just full stop. It's pour into your husband. By doing that, he will feel more positive in his life and he will return that pouring into you. That's just how this works. These things are very organically contagious, because that's why I do have all these things about pay it forward and do something nice for someone, because the human need for connection is so innate. We all crave connection. We all crave validation and praise and encouragement and support and all of that. And by doing this for your husband, it is an investment right back into you. And bonus, it's an investment into your children, because if you can add a positive 10 seconds into your husband's day, then he will be gradually feeling better about his life, and he will carry that on when he comes home to you, to your children. He will be able to invest more in your children. And honestly, this can become a thing that you all do as a family, right? Where if you get in the habit of reaching out to your kids, if they're old enough to have a phone, texting them while they're at school, they'll see it maybe when they're done with school or on their lunch break or whatever, that just says, hey, I'm just thinking about you. Hope you're having a great day. If you got that text from your kid or your husband, it would make your day, right? Tell me it doesn't make your day and I won't believe you. But everyone is impacted by those things, right? So these texts, they build warmth, and they remind you both that you are bonded, that you love each other, and it keeps that spark alive, right? It's just a moment of consideration. So that is the first thing that I want to teach you, and it's so, so important. The second thing that I want to teach you, and you've probably heard me talking about this before if you followed me for a while, but I believe so strongly in what I like to call the 10-second hug. Okay, so we've talked about a strategy for when you're apart from each other. When you're home, I want you to greet your husband, whether you're the one walking in the door or he's the one walking in the door. I want you to stop what you're doing to the best of your ability. I know sometimes that can be hard if you're in the middle of cooking or you've got a kid, or if you're on a meeting, obviously you can't stop that, right? But as soon as you can, as soon as you're free and you have the ability to stop what you're doing and make your way over to your husband, I want you to walk over to him and I want you to give him a hug, and I want your hug to last for 10 seconds. And the reason that I teach about the 10-second hug is that anyone can just lean in for a quick hug and pull away, right? That's just normal. A peck on the lips. It's, that's great. That's important. But when you can just spend 10 seconds, it doesn't take a whole lot of time. It's not really going to get in the way of anything else you're doing. But if you can just spend 10 seconds hugging, that bond that you spend embracing your husband for 10 seconds, side note, you can do this with your children too, but embracing your husband for 10 seconds, it does something to your brain. It hits all the right chemicals. It helps you feel connected. It helps you feel like you've made time to just connect. That embrace can be enough to wash away the frustration that you feel with your kids, the irritation you might have felt with your husband earlier that day, the stress from work. Like, it doesn't make that stuff go away forever and completely, but it does lighten that load. And I really, really want you to try it, because those two things, the text when you're apart and the hug when you're together, that's just beautiful. And it really, really helps connect. Now, if you do it once and you never do it again, it's probably not going to make a big difference. But if you make a commitment every day, even if you have to set an alarm for yourself at a certain time every day that says, text my husband, Okay. That is awesome. That is intentional. That is you making a decision that you are going to invest in your marriage. And it's going to take you 30 seconds to type out a just thinking about you, hope you're having a great day, or can't wait to see you tonight, or really glad that we got a chance to watch that show last night. That was so fun, whatever. Right. And I'm going to, like I said, I have ideas for you. But just doing that and doing your hug, I mean, we're talking about all of that takes less than 1 minute of your day. And now you've created two very, very special connections with your husband. And a lot of the times we make excuses for why we don't have time to do that stuff. You have no reason to not do this. Set an alarm on your phone to text your husband, and then just be intentional with that hug that you're going to give him when he gets home or when you get home. And trust me, you will start building a new routine and a new habit. He will match you. He will start doing it back, and you will both feel rewarded and connected by doing this. So I hope that you'll start this today. I am making you that list of ideas of what to text just to give you some, get the creative juices flowing about what are the kinds of things that you can send. I am going to post that in the Facebook group. So you have to be a member of my Facebook group to get that. It's a free download. The name of the group is Married Moms Take Control. And I will be sending that out on my email list as well. And if you're not subscribed to that, you really should be, because you get all of these things straight to your email without having to go look for them. So get on top of that. But again, I hope that you will do this. It's going to be helpful to you. Trust me. And that's all I've got for you today. So quick tip to help you connect with your husband. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you next time. All right, take care. Bye.